For me, I feel like I'd like to appreciate the finer things in life, such as taste, and sights and such. That's enjoyable. That's enjoyable. And so to sit down and say, yeah, with all the effort, all the thought behind it, to have a beer and say, wow, that's as good as it's going to get, that's fun.
Chuckanut is a beautiful drive here in Washington State, and we make beautiful beers, and so we thought it would be an appropriate name for our beers and our brewery. I'm very much into food and beer, and that part of it is very exciting for me, but also we enjoy European style beers, which are milder, and those are food friendly beers. So the flavor of that beer is not going to overpower the food, which goes back to why I'm attracted to beer, and that is because I love it with my food.
Well, the thing that most definitely sets us apart are the styles we do, specifically lager beers. And we do them truly to the nth degree as far as how lager beers should be made. We don't fool around with it. We respect and conform to the needs of low temperature fermentation and cold conditioning.
We're very small. We're not even 4,000 barrels a year. I mean, that's really small compared to all the medals we've won at the Great American Beer Festival, the World Beer Cup. We just won Large Brewery of the Year for the Washington State Beer Awards. And so I think in these blind tastings, people realize this is a great beer. I mean, it's right on for the style that we make.
I set up a couple of breweries in Istanbul. I had an assistant brewer that was from Cologne, Germany, and he brought over a yeast strain that we worked with. I thought it was a wonderful yeast, and for an ale, the crispness, the cleanliness of the yeast, there's not an ale yeast that comes close to it. We were working with that, and when we came back to America to start Chuckanut, for about 2-3 years, we tried to get that yeast from Germany, and we just had too many difficulties, and we finally gave up on it. Until about 2 years into having the brewery, and Mari and I went over to Germany, and I made arrangements to have a couple of the yeast slants available from the yeast laboratory.
And they got it for him, and he brought one back in the pocket of his pants and one in his cosmetic bag. And then as soon as we got it here to America, we sent it to the yeast bank, and that is a Will Kemper yeast.
So we don't necessarily try to come up with different things all the time. We don't play that game. We play the game of trying to make the best beers you can and knowing these are the best beers.
I don't think it's an easy thing. I think when I start telling people about how challenging it is to do something like that, they then realize and can appreciate even more what these beers are all about.